Liam K., President Waza, Gerald Dick, Executive Director Waza, Ashok Lavasa, Garbial, Bonal, our team MOEF, and friends. I am really happy to welcome you here for the 69th Annual Conference of the World Association of Zoos and Aquarium. And zoos and aquarium has a special place in anybody's heart because the whole childhood is much revolved around the zoos, animal world and aquariums wherever they are. Fortunately, I was born and learnt in a village where there was a good forest, so we used to go and enjoy the animal kingdom because we saw animals in their natural habitat. So that was really a pride moment. And the whole Indian ethos is well described by our ideologue Deendayal Upadhyay, who said that there is a link of the mankind with the nature. So he used to say Vyashti, Samashti, Srushti. Vyashti is one person, Samashti is society, and Srushti is the whole nature. Nature is all put together, animal world, biodiversity, and the forests and everything. So that's what is actually the life is all about. And today I call these who sung a very good song they sung that was about a life cycle, about the nature cycle. It really described about life, food, wind, forest, resources and garden. And in a very good rhyme in Hindi, it was Jivan, Bhojan, Pavan, Van, Sansadhan, Chaman. So that's why I call them again to appreciate the good song which they sang. I must also appreciate my senior colleague, Ravi Shankar Prasad, who is the telecom minister under whose the postal department comes. And they have released for this occasion a special cover. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is very passionate about doing things. And he loves nature. He has, when he heard all these postal department review also in his very first interactions with each ministry, he told them that come out with newer stamps with themes in mind. So I will request, and formally also I'll request the department afterwards, but to release as many as new themes of biodiversity, of nature conservation, of zoos and of animal kingdom and of many other things. So we can come out with really very good stamp series on this based on a thematic stamps. He is passionate about nature and he has showcased himself in Gujarat that how he has preserved biodiversity and the Gir for lion forest or lions, the way he has nurtured them.
And now we have
he is the first Prime Minister, I think, who has written a book about the environment and has added the climate change nomenclature to our Ministry of Environment, Forest. Now it's Environment, Forest and Climate Change. The theme of this conference is Biodiversity is Us. This is quite appropriate for India too, a land of diverse habitat ecosystems, culture, region, tradition, language and food. And as explained that we are a mega diverse country, India also has 4 of the 34 globally identified biodiversity hotspots. That is very important for the extraordinary high levels of species richness and endemism.
and lot of other.
And I can
activities
promise
to
that
encourage
if
among
we
them,
go
making
on,
them
and
more
as you
self-sufficient
representatives
and
are
helping them
also going to
realize the talent
Kaziranga,
which they are blessed
to
with.
Agra, some are going to Kanha and other forests. We have more than 500 protected areas. There are places to visit in our country, such a rich, diverse country. We offer much to the world and to the tourists also. They can be here. The country also supports about 50% of the world tiger population. That is very important aspect. I am really waiting for the official figures to come in the month of December. And they are expected by December end so that we can declare them in the first month of the new year. The half of the world's population, I believe, of tigers is in India. And this is a remarkable success from a point where we were really thinking that these tigers is getting extinct, but we could preserve them, and now we have come a very long way from that point of time. It is fundamental duty of the Constitution of India that every person is responsible to protect forests, lakes, rivers and wildlife. But it is not only constitutional mechanism or not legal framework. It's the mindset of India. It's the cultural heritage we inherit. We have 13,270 sacred groves. It's a cultural tradition of preserving such things. In rural areas, we call Devrai. That means every village will have its protected forest, where nobody will graze, nobody will disturb, where they will increase the forest cover, and that's it. That is how our culture, and there is a great story of how people even sacrifice their life to protect the biodiversity. In 73, 18th century, more than 363 men and women particularly, of Bishnoi community in Bikaner district of Rajasthan, in the earlier Jodhpur state, prevent felling of kejri trees. They sacrificed their lives because there was order of the king to cut the forest, and these Vishnoi people came together and hold the forest with their hands and didn't allow. So they preferred death to cutting of the trees. So that's the tradition, Indian tradition. And I'm happy that our ministry also gives every year one preservation of forest citation and एक पुरस्कार हम देते हैं कि it's an annual thing, I think, and it's in the name of that Vishnoi community. So this is how we are actually a great tradition of wildlife and nature and forest conservation. So it is not just a tourism. It has much to do with the life support system of this planet. Earlier, now zoos have become more important, because earlier we used to see animals in circus, animals in nature elsewhere, but as more and more urbanization happens, the children do not see live animals. They don't see it in the circus. They don't, because there are new laws. Now even in cinemas, where we used to see much animal life also, now there are various legal provisions so that it is becoming less and less visible, even on cinema. So it's only in zoos, if they are kept well like Delhi zoos and other zoos, where they can really see animals, live animals, because we see them on TV now, on National Geography, on Discovery, on Animal Planet, on other such channels. But that's a celluloid. Here it is the real, and real in their real natural habitat. If you see it, it's a great piece of learning. And therefore, zoos and aquariums have become very important in today's life. It's not just a tourism, but it's really a training center. It's a university by itself. It's a university by itself. And therefore, we are also thinking to have a center of zoo science, where we will definitely, we will have a center of zoo science where we will teach, where we will share experiences, share best practices, and can create a kind of university of such kind, an informal way of a university, but that's how that center should function. It will do research also, it will do experiments also, and simultaneously will also share best practices and teach the young generation as well as the young officers for motivating for better performing of their duties. Our people, once they are given freedom, can come out with newer and newer ideas. I was told and I was amazed to see that not by any bad intention or any process, mechanical or something, but they have devised some new technology, means new techniques they have adopted. The vulture gives only one egg in a year. But what our people are doing now, when the vulture, female vulture gives one egg, they take out to the incubator, she thinks that, oh, it is destroyed or hurt or something, it's not fertile. So she gives another egg. So instead of one vulture per year by one vulture, it's now two vultures per year. So this is happening. And world over such experiments go on, and that's how we really can have the species recovery plan. An initiative of the Government of India has been in action to support the endangered species and their in situ and ex situ conservation. Conservation Action Plan for conservation vultures, as I told you, has been a great success. The Ministry and the Central Zoo Authority is supporting conservation breeding centers for 23 species, not a small job. Initiative was setting up a laboratory of conservation of endangered species at Hyderabad National Stud Block, SAIL at Wildlife Institute of India, and major zoos of the country becoming member of International Species Information System to utilize the web-based geological information management system with the help of CZA has been undertaken to complement the ongoing conservation, breeding program, and various endangered species. So I'm confident that the zoos in India will be able to come up to our expectations and be in a position to complement the efforts of the wildlife conservation in the country by giving species which have no chance of survival through coordinated breeding under ex situ conditions and raise stocks for their rehabilitation in the wild. I'm sure our zoo managers will immensely benefit from the conference. And I'm also confident that once we establish our Center for Zoo Sciences, we can really expand our scope of working areas also, so that we can have better knowledge to share with the world community. I think this WASA conference, 69th WASA annual conference, is a great event, not only for India, but for the world, and the world which loves nature, which wants to maintain the natural eco-balance with nature, because we are facing the crisis of global warming. In that, our efforts will definitely act as real adaptation and mitigation measures. Thank you very much. Thank you once again.